I mean, one of these lids off?
Pog can carry a lot. I don't think we should carry that, though.
You don't think Pog's strong enough to lift one of these lids?
Well, you know
Pog
how we talked about earlier...
He doesn't think you can lift off one of these lids.
That's not what I'm saying. Don't go in for this child's manipulation, Pog.
Pog,
you're better than this. You're better.
They sting really badly.
Hi, and welcome to Khyber Shards, a 5th edition actual play show set in the Eberron Campaign world. I'm Philip.
I'm Eric.
I'm Colin.
I'm far less perky than any of these people.
I'm Casey.
Casey, what happened last time?
Off the cuff without any rehearsal.
Now. That's right, no rehearsal. We descended a rope ladder. We went into the...
She's not wrong, you guys.
You started so specific. Let's start at the beginning. So we were in a program called the Black Wheel Company.
The rope ladder was a very important part of last episode.
I'm going to recover. Nope, I'm good. We went into the old city, down a tunnel, into a terrifying room with lots of creepy things, and they were surrounding a heap. Ari blasted them impressively, and then Pog and Esri investigated the heap, found out it was a dead guy. The dead guy then spoke to Esri, so that's terrifying, and his mark grew. And then we continued our search for Donnabella. Cal found the trail and took us down the direction while we could not. And we ended up in a hallway with lots of different sarcophagi off of it. And in one of the rooms, Donnabella is there. And we ended with her using her mark to hold a dart and threaten us.
Showing an impressive level of control over her mark's ability since the last time we saw her.
Shade's super impressed.
In fact,
and more importantly,
that is what Esri, when she says, don't move, says telepathically to her, that is an incredible amount of control.
Who said that?
Stab him in the face.
Yes.
She misses. The needle flies past Ari's head and bounces off a wall.
Oh, good, because Pog's right behind Esri, so I was very nervous.
Hi, Donnabella.
Said
it's us.
That is she cornered in here? Are we in we're in a room, right? And we're blocking the exit.
You're there. She's sort of at the edge of an alcove now because she kind of cat and moused around the sarcophagus while Ari was trying to get her attention. I was trying to find her, but you knew she was there, so I was trying to get her attention. So she's sort of at the corner. She, unless you guys have very careful unless you guys are
very
trying
carefully
to hem
done
her
anything.
in,
I mean,
then there would be a way she could bolt.
Hey, it's okay.
Let's leave the room with the dead giants. Let's do that.
I thought that's who was talking.
No, it's us.
I didn't know you could do that, and I don't like it.
Do what?
Do what?
Talk without talking.
Oh, I know who that is.
Esri, yeah.
He has a tendency to do that to people.
I don't like that part. Don't do that.
Nobody does. He still does it, but nobody likes it.
You did so good with that dart, though. That was really good. You've been practicing with your spoon, right?
How do you know about that? Nobody knows about the spoon.
Well,
We
I figure things out really good.
We just came from your house.
Oh.
Yeah.
So my mom
Kind of worried.
knows that I'm gone.
She is
She
a deductive
is
one.
so
Yeah,
mad.
she figured it out.
She
She's
thought
not
we
mad.
took you.
She's not mad. She's mad at us because she thought that we took you, but she's worried about you. She's not mad at you.
She punched both of them.
we don't know she's not mad at you.
Yeah,
He deserved it.
Well, and you answered the door, so
I mean, that was my crime.
I might have said that you guys broke the mirror.
that's okay.
Come on now.
That I don't
Technically
mind.
true.
I mean, yeah. Well, we as a
You know,
strong
when
word,
you swayed it
but-
that way, that's true. It was
It
your
was my head. Yes.
That's a good point. That's a good point.
So what?
So I just told her what happened, that you broke the mirror, and that's probably why
With his face.
she was mad at
She's-
you all.
Not worried about the mirror.
So what quest are you on?
I'm trying to find something cool down here to take back up.
Okay. We have to go, like, really, really bad. So you can just take this, and I hold out the scabbard that I took off of the corpse. We found it in a puddle. It's on a dead body. Just take this.
That doesn't look old or giant. Did that get dropped by one of the guys that was down here?
It
What-
wasn't dropped.
Yeah, we found it. Somebody left it down here.
You saw other guys down here?
Yeah, there was a whole group of them, and they were having an argument back in that passage, and that's why I hid back here, because they were really freaked out about the body boxes.
Ah,
And so I hid behind one of them,
that's smart.
and they went past.
Okay. Did they say what they were doing down here? Or what they were...
But there was an argument, and it seemed like some of them thought they were doing one thing, that they were looking for eggs, and another group thought they were looking for, well, they didn't really say, but they weren't looking for eggs. And the people who were looking for eggs weren't happy about it.
Why are they looking for those eggs? They need to not look for those eggs.
Maybe they
Those
want to make
eggs
an
are gonna
omelet
be
pot.
bad eggs.
I don't really know. They called them samples, or they used a fancy word that means samples.
Specimens.
Okay, so you
Specimen.
mentioned
It might have been that one. I think it was that one.
wise and benevolent dungeon master. You mentioned that there were parts of this area that were like broken and crumbling, and like that passageway had a So, is there a chunk of wall that might have a hieroglyph or
There are
giant
lots
script?
of
that-
hieroglyphs all over the interior
But
of each
is-
of the alcoves.
Is there like a
Broken
piece
off
of rubble
piece.
that has
Yeah.
it that like here
Oh.
here's
Oh,
here
I
is
see.
a giant thing
That a 12-year-old could lift.
I see.
or that I could carry for well,
You
or
could
that Pod could
probably,
carry for her.
you
I
could
have
probably
the strength.
find something or
Donna and
break
Bella and I
something
probably
off
have the
or
same
something
upper
like
body
that.
strength at this point. So, so
That's totally plausible to find. Yes.
okay. So if we just get something that shows
But you have
that
to use
were
perception to do it.
there. So if we just find something that shows that you were down here, you're good.
Well,
If you find something,
I mean, kind of. I kind of wanted to find something in particular, and I haven't yet.
what did you want to
But
find?
I mean, the quest is just I have to prove I came down here. So I don't know. Maybe.
So what are you looking for?
You
Can
have
I-
witnesses now.
Can I just quest aside, and we really should set the quest aside. There are monsters down here that were eating dead bodies. We need to go. Mm-hmm. Donnabella.
Really
Yes.
quickly.
those bug lizards.
Yes, the bug lizards.
Yes,
Yeah,
big ones.
I didn't go down with those things. They looked dangerous. So I just
Where
kept
did you go
crawling.
down?
I just kept crawling in the tunnel, and I came out one of the ones up there.
Okay, smart. So it seems like we're not near the bug things now. That's good.
Yeah, I didn't go down into that little nesty room that they
It's
were
so
in.
bad in there. It's so bad in there.
So, Donnabella, let me. So
So
this
they
is
ate one of the specimen guys.
yes.
They ate a
He
guy.
didn't tell me what his business was, but
Wait, you talked to him?
What?
I told you I talked to him.
But he like said things back?
So the dead people down here do talk.
That one
Not to
did.
everybody.
It was a new thing for me too. Yeah.
I hate it here so much.
No,
Donna, this isn't your first quest. This is
Donnabella. It's not Donna.
sorry. I stopped myself mid sentence. I didn't mean to call you Donna. Donnabella. This isn't your first quest. This is the first time you've been running around with the Rebel Warren gang. So, why did you leave so early today? Why did you leave before breakfast, before your mom went to work?
Well, I knew it might take a while. I didn't want to be out here in the dark.
Okay. But you understand that that distinction caused your mom to be worried about you. Like,
But I didn't want that to happen. I just wanted to get an
I-
early
I-
start.
I know why. I know why you did it. But by doing that, by not letting her know where you're going, people can get hurt, like my face.
Look, no one made you come down here.
So you didn't like intentionally run away from your home?
No.
And you want to go back.
Well, yeah.
Okay.
I just,
Okay.
I gotta get better at it, because I gotta get better at it.
Oh, I agree. Yeah. Getting better at it is
being
good. More control
better
is
at what?
good.
Throwing stuff.
Your mark.
I can throw stuff.
Yeah.
I gotta get better at it.
Okay, so what are you looking for? Down here.
I can't really tell you. It's kind of personal.
We could be your assistants. Help. So you can get home. That way we're not part of it. Like, we're not going to take credit for your quest and what you're trying to do down here. But, all the great adventurers had other, like, the little people helping them. We could be your little people.
Mm-hmm.
And you might be able to hit level 3.
Oh, it's definitely gonna get me level 3. Oh, yeah. Make a persuasion check.
Gladly.
How
18.
tall is Donnabella?
Donnabella is just under 5 feet.
18 willing
How
to
much
push if
would
I
you-
need to. Oh, go ahead.
Guess she weighed.
I would guess she weighs. I mean, she's a stick thin 11-year-old, so like between 80 and 90 pounds.
I love Colin's "What are you up to?" face, because he just like,
Just gathering information, Colin.
I'm so intrigued.
No reason.
We need the relevant
18
data.
willing to push if I need to.
Okay. It's just that the Vaxi used to live down here and now she doesn't anymore, and it's not safe to go down here anymore because of the lizard bugs.
Yep.
And I was trying to find something left behind that I could give her. And that would be really cool because then she would know I definitely came down here because she would recognize it. And also it would be nice because she would have something from her old house.
Yeah, I get that.
And what if you die while looking for this thing?
I don't think that's going to happen.
Why?
I don't think the guy that the bug lizards ate thought he was going to die either.
Oh, no, he definitely didn't. He thought those other guys were helping him, and then they didn't anymore. And yeah, he definitely didn't think the bug lizards were going to eat him. He thought that those other guys were going to protect him, I think, or something, and they didn't. And they just left him, and the bug lizards took him.
Terrifying.
They just walked. They just walked away from their friend.
Yeah.
Were you watching this?
No, I didn't watch like all of it. I watched when they came in, but then I hid, and so I was mostly just hearing the conversation and then other things.
So do you
Like
know...
the screams from him dying?
Yeah.
Okay, we don't need to, like, come on. It's still a child.
Yeah.
Let me ask
And the
you,
other guys went that way, so it was then they were gone, so it was all right.
do you know where you're going? Like, do you know where Levexi's old home is? Or are you just kind of...
Down here.
Okay.
Oh, boy.
So,
I'm in the right place because she said there were these big boxes with giants on them.
okay. Question with my...
Answer.
for Philip. I didn't say
answer.
question. I said question. Can I make a history check to see how common giant sarcophagi mausoleums would be in the Undercity? Like, is this actually a good starting point for her, or did giants have mausoleums like Starbucks, like 3 on every corner? Kind of thing?
You could make a history check.
I know that.
19.
I mean, the giant culture, as far as is known, definitely went in for monumental architecture and monumental, elaborate burials.
Okay.
So, big sarcophagi are totally in
vogue for giants.
on brand.
But you know that it's near one of these.
Well, I know there were some of these near where her clutch lived.
But you don't know that this is the right one.
Well, she came out of the tunnel.
Fair enough. But now you don't, because if you would have come from the way that we're going, or you would have gone the way that we came from, you would have ended up in a Kuthric nest.
Well, right, but I saw them, so I didn't go down there because that was,
But they have more than one nest typically. There's lots of them, and so you never know what tunnel you're going to go down, where something bad might happen. And you don't have people that you think are going to protect you and then leave you behind like that other guy did. You're by yourself.
Yeah, but that didn't really work for them. They didn't help them.
I think it's going to work worse for you, though, because you're by yourself.
You saw what happened, or you heard what happened to the guy by himself.
Yeah, that was pretty bad.
So, I have a proposition for you, if you're interested. Because we're adventurers, too. You can ask Kadric and Kadric,
These
Ilya,
guys,
and
I pulled up the
Bajak.
masks. I bought their masks
Wait.
from them while we were talking to them.
Oh.
I knew that's where her mind was going to go. Thank you, Pog, for following up quickly.
Right before he ate them.
Only one.
you can ask them. Like we go on quests and stuff like that too, and have for a while. And the last thing you want to do is go in blind and not know exactly what you're looking for and where you're going. Why are you glaring at me like that?
I don't know. You don't really seem like adventurers.
Why not?
Excuse
Ari,
me.
I'm gonna charm her.
Nope.
I mean-
don't do that.
You guys, you were just like in the marketplace and seems to have a difficult time with forks and knives.
So did you.
Well, yeah, I didn't expect them.
Neither did we.
Did you
There
think
wasn't
this
a sign
proves
that
that
said,
you're not adventurous?
beware forks and knives?
If you were adventurers, you would always be ready for things to attack you.
Well, we dealt with a mummy in the street, and Pog beat Kolos in a fight.
Cal and I
Nobody
are just
beats
going to go
Kolos
check
in
the
a fight.
hallway.
Show her the axe.
Show her the act.
It's mine now because I won. And Shade has a new friend who's definitely only going to hang out with adventurers.
Oh yeah.
Okay, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
And Peacock Panther is very cool.
His name
Yep.
is Cal.
Hi, Cal.
Not to be confused with Cal or Kel.
I don't know who that is.
Me neither.
They are not peacock panthers, so it doesn't matter.
Okay.
So, what? You need to have a plan as to where you're going, and just wandering around down here is dangerous, and not
No,
telling
being
people where
being
you're
down
going.
here for any reason is dangerous, even with the plan.
I'm actually, I think Ezri's actually right on this one because
more dangerous
my
to
plan
have a
is
plan.
we need to go.
We've been
away
fine
from
so
here.
far because we had a plan.
Pog.
Don't have. I don't have a thing yet, and I wanted to find something for Levexi, but I don't even have a regular
Levexi,
thing. even if it's
we
not
gave
a thing.
Levexi a musical instrument. Levexi's fine.
I mean, that's pretty cool. She'd probably like that.
She does seem to like it.
Shade's
going
gonna go
It's
stand.
not going to last very
doesn't,
long, but
doesn't appreciate it, but she likes it.
Shade's gonna go move next to Pog, and then just go Pog. How much do you think you can lift?
No,
A lot.
You are like so strong. Yeah, I'm.
If 2 barrels at work, and if I had one more hand, I could get a third one.
And 2 barrels are definitely bigger than one little girl, right? I mean, if we were just comparing.
2 barrels weighs like a bunch of little girls.
Okay.
that is the official
Yeah.
official weight measurement in Stormreach is little
That's
girls.
how we get them shit.
Oh, there's some bad implications of that actually.
Why?
All I'm trying to say
Do you have a
is
barrel?
maybe
Do you have a barrel?
maybe you get something just to complete your quest for now. And then we can ask around and see if anybody, like other kobolds or anybody, knows where their clutch used to be that's not Levexi. So it could still be a surprise. And you'll know exactly where you need to go. So we can go in and out and get the thing that you want to get for Levexi.
Is he suggesting that we come back here?
I think so, and
sounds
his
that way,
ideas
yes.
are getting so bad.
But it needs to be something good.
oh my gosh.
I
Take
mean,
one of these lids off.
Pod can carry a lot. I don't think we should carry that, though.
You don't think Pog's strong enough to lift one of these lids?
Well, you know
Pod
how
can't
we
do
talked
what?
about earlier dead
He
people.
doesn't think you can lift off one of these lids.
That's not what I'm saying. Don't go in for this child's
Okay, I
manipulation,
could, but
Pog.
they
Pog, you're
sting.
better than this. You're
They
better.
sting really bad.
I mean, it tried to sting him and he dodged it.
That's
Okay.
true. But
Listen, I beat Kolos in a fight. Okay,
Then you can definitely lift
what have you
this
done
lid.
for us lately, though, Pog? You can't keep
so I
harping on
don't
that
have to
one thing.
prove
Come on, man.
myself because I beat
But someone
Kolos
who
in a
beat
fight.
Kolos can definitely lift a lid.
That's what I'm saying. So I don't have to show
Have
you.
I brought up that I
Donnabella.
still don't understand how you beat Kolos?
Remember how we talked
I
about
need an
dead people
explanation.
talking down here? There are dead
Right.
people in those boxes, and if you disturb a dead person's resting place, there's a chance that will make them upset, and then we'll come back and do more than talk at you. So we don't want to mess with those lids. Remember,
We do
we
not
fought a
wanna
mummy in
fight
the street.
another
We've
mummy.
seen something burst out of a sarcophagus.
Wait. Are you saying that all under the city there are a bunch of dead things, and if they get mad, they can just get up and come up and try to kill us?
I'm
Stop
not
even
saying-
talking about it. I just want to go.
I'm not saying all of them. I'm saying some of them could possibly. I don't know
How
for
do you know
certain.
it's this one?
I'm saying it's better to not risk it. It's a calculated decision.
Well, then what am I going to take back?
I mean,
Your
there's
life.
There's some cool stuff with
I
hieroglyphs.
have to finish the quest.
There's some cool stuff with hieroglyphs and giant script on it. Like, we could take a chunk of that. I
That's
mean,
all
there,
over the upper city, too.
There's a bunch of human skulls in the other room.
does
Ew.
anybody here read giant? I don't.
No, we've established that none of you read giant.
Seems like an oversight, but
Esri, give me a perception check.
okay.
24.
You hear echoing up the passage a youngish voice go, "Oh my gosh!"
Wait, I needed a perception check for that.
It's a ways off. Like it sort of comes up the passage.
Okay. Someone's in trouble down that way. We should go now, this way.
How do you know?
Wait,
I heard.
you're saying
Are
don't
you
go towards
talking
the
to the
person in
dead
trouble?
people?
Yes, yes, I am always saying don't go towards the people that are in trouble.
Wait, who's in trouble?
I don't know, but Esri wants to leave them to that trouble,
Well,
which
you're
I
in trouble
disagree
because
with.
your mom thinks you ran away.
And she bolts in the direction that Esri pointed.
Charm person.
No,
I mean,
boy, howdy!
You
When
know-
Ari gets counterspell, he's going to be using that a lot apparently. So
you know that will just make her think of you as friendly and an ally, not do whatever you want her to do.
I will see.
and more importantly, she will be aware that you have done that to her. And this
After it wears
illusionary
off.
girl
Fair enough.
never
okay,
trusts
okay.
you.
No, I thought it was suggestion essentially.
Yeah.
All right, then hold person.
Okay.
Nice.
What kind of save does she make with that?
Wisdom. 13. Did she?
Oh, she saved.
Roll a natural 20.
Oh my god. She saved? Oh, this is so bad.
Obviously, wisdom is not her stat, so this was extremely unlikely. Yeah, she bolts down and looks around.
Ari's
the
on her
corner.
heels. Ari's not hesitating. Like Ari's
No.
staying with Donnabella.
At what
Pog
point
does a quick double take.
do we
and he
just
goes,
have
"Ah,"
Pog
and he takes off
grab
running.
her and we run out? That
and
is not seeming like a bad idea.
you hear multiple voices shouting. And this is so you've got to. She's run back down the passage you came down, and is turning that corner down the other stone passage that you guys came out into, and you can hear multiple voices shouting now, and you hear the
Yep. Okay.
noises coming down the hallway.
Glad I don't have any
Ari's
second
put
level
the
spell
pieces
slots.
together in his head. He knows who's down here. He's super pissed at them. They don't have their masks on, so they're at danger even more. So, yeah, Ari is presumably keeping pace with Donnabella easily, gun out and rounding the corner.
You pretty terrible athletics check, but
I have a speed of 30 and a much longer stride than an 11-year-old, though.
have you ever tried to race a middle schooler?
Like, I know you're 19 or 20 in this, but like even then, they can go.
Yes, you can keep pace with this young girl.
I did a double take and then turned to heel as well.
You know,
behind.
I feel like it's a design flaw in D&D that acrobatics pings off of dexterity and strength pings off of strength. I think that should be flipped. I think acrobatics requires more like strength and athletics requires more dexterity. I'm just saying, but that's just
We're going to open the conversation about verisimilitude in D&D now.
Yep.
You heard it here first. Eric is starting his own system.
Well, let's save that for a knowledge check where it belongs. Okay, so I've got Ari and Pog chasing Donnabella.
Yeah, no, I mean,
No, I
we're
also
you're
sprinted.
chasing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I assumed the rest of you were coming.
This is not
She
a walk
races-
calmly situation.
Down the passage,
Be still my
passing
heart.
the door on the left, passing an opening door. There's an open door on the left that you can see a sort of steamy pool in as you run by, and gets down and begins scrambling up over the sort of heaped up rubble where you saw some collapse, and you can see a bit of gap, and there is flickering light coming from over the gap, and she looks through and says, "Cadric, Bajak, what are you doing?" And you hear lots of incoherent shouting and noise over. So.
Do we have any way to get to them?
Yeah, you could scramble through here.
Okay, yeah. I mean,
Going
more
to.
importantly, do we still hear the sound of the Kuthrik?
Yeah. Oh, yes.
Yes. Then okay.
Yeah.
Oh.
Once
Going to them.
Once you crest the rubble and look over, you can see that there's another large giant-made room. That one end of it is full of water and has the mud hills. At the far end of the pool, there is an enormous obsidian statue rising up out of the water that is briefly, vaguely familiar in that it looks a lot like a statue above ground known as the Emperor that overlooks the harbor. And among the room is swarming with Kruthic, and there are 4 small figures standing in what for them is more or less knee-deep water. And as you take in the scene, you can see that they are trying to get to an adult human who's kind of half buried in one of the mud piles with her head just a little above the water.
Do we recognize this adult? This horribly not responsible adult who brought children down here?
That's an
Wait.
interpretation of the scene.
Okay. I'm just confused.
So roll initiative. As you should be.
This
I mean,
is
confusion is
terrifying.
a reasonable response here.
5.
Wait, no, my
14.
good rolls on initiatives. Rolled a 19, so 21.
All right. So, Esri had a 5.
Yes.
Shade.
6.
And Pog.
14.
Okay. Ari gets to go first.
Okay, so you say that they're surrounded by Kruthic, and what does a path to them look like? Like, are we going to have to fight our way to them?
So you can scramble down this rubble pile and be on firm ground on the edge of the pool. This whole room is probably 60 feet by 40 feet.
Okay.
And you are coming in on well, if we were to map it onto a normal map, at the northeast corner of the room.
Okay.
The kids are in the southeast corner of the room, more or less, among the mud piles
Okay.
that are all over the place.
Okay.
And there are Kruthic. There are lots of Kruthic around. And you can see very clearly here, because there is a torch lying on the floor a little ways off. The mud piles have eggs like embedded in them, like set in them.
Okay.
I hate it here.
So much.
On the other hand, fire seems real effective now.
Yeah, I still hate it.
Well, maybe not at the circle of children.
So to Ari's mind's eye, and I know I'm getting kind of mechanical in my language, are there swarms of Kruthic, or are
Yes,
they...
there's lots of Kruthic.
Unfortunate. I have one thing good against swarms, and I've already used it. Okay, so Ari is then going to use his full movement, his full 30 feet to get as far as he can towards the children, wading into the Kruthic, and he is going to, once he hits one that's blocking his path towards getting to them, he is going to, he has his gun in his hand, but he's wading through water, and he just tries to lash out at one of the the swarms of Kruthic in front of him, and anybody seeing Ari do this sees something new happen. You see briefly as he rears his hand back to swing at these bugs to knock them out of the way. You see his mark, the kind of lightning-ish draconic design, all of a sudden, with a flash, creep down the back of his neck, out from underneath his hair, down his arm, and as he swings out, the kind of jagged design of the dragon mark overlaps and comes out past his hand into some claw-esque, as he lets out a roar and and hopefully goofs these things up real good. But yeah, so that's what you see as he is kind of in duress trying to get to these children.
Boy, this
Give me
would
an
be the
attack roll.
worst time for your attack to miss.
Right. No, I'm not going to miss because that's a natural 19 plus 6.
It'll certainly
25.
hit.
25.
All right,
Nice.
give me some damage.
That's going to be... Downside of being a spellcaster, there's so many different damage dice that you need. That is going to be 9 points of acid damage. So...
Interesting. So yeah,
It's a spell attack. It's not... Yeah, so...
It's a melee spell attack is essentially what we're
Yes.
doing here. Okay. Yeah. So you slash into these things, and the psionic energy sort of eats at them, but not as effectively as you would think.
would hope. Yeah.
Yeah.
And as soon as he's done doing that, the mark kind of almost it's stretched out, and then it whips back up his arm again.
Okay. The Kruthic all around turn and begin slashing at you with their long, sharp forelegs.
And Ari would
gnashing
be
at you.
shouting over here, trying to get the Kruthic onto him.
Okay. That is a 13 to hit.
Ties, so yes.
Ties. Okay. You take 6 piercing damage as a Kruthic leg.
You can do that.
Just slashes across you.
Can do that one more time, gang, before Ari's taking a nap.
Okay, then it is over to Pog.
Okay, so Pog being right behind Ari, seeing the woman in duress and the children in panic, as a bonus action, is going to enter rage.
Yeah.
And how many? What's the distance between me and the woman with that horde in between?
Let's see, from the rubble pile, it is 25 feet.
Perfect. So then I'm just going to start with a bang. We're going to use Burning Hands at the horde.
Oh, nice.
As many of them as I can get in a 15-foot cone.
Cool. That's a dexterity saving throw for them. That's a natural 7, so that doesn't bode well. So that's 10.
That ties.
So, no, that should be...
The dex, the hit DC on it, the dex is 10.
No, it should be 12. The D&D Beyond has miscalculated it because I designed the feat wrong. But it should be 12. So, yes. So roll your damage.
11.
Nice. That does affect them. Yeah, there's this sort of hissing, shrieking noise as Pog's mark flares on his scalp, and fire just flows out of his hands across, and you see several of the Kruthic just collapse over, twitching and sputtering as they burn.
Yes.
And then the Kruthic go again, and they're going to attack. Okay, Pog for 17.
Yeah.
So you take 6 piercing damage, except reduced to 3 because you are raging. Esri, you see as Pog begins to wade into the swarm of Kruthic that are just everywhere at this point. There is this sort of nimbus glow around him, and every now and again it's sort of moves slightly different from him, as if it's not an aura, and is batting away Kruthic as they lunge at Pog from all sides and slash at him.
Ari would like to rage just to get that benefit.
I've got plenty for both of us, buddy.
Sends a little chunk of rock whipping into the Kruthic, and it bounces off one of their heads.
Nice.
And you see the kids are sort of in a knot, and they've all got some kind of weapon. Most of them amount to a club, with the notable exception of Ilya, who is working her spear very proficiently. Levexi notably is wielding what for her amounts to a maul, in that it is a lute.
Yes.
That she is laying about back and forth with against these.
Just turning the screw.
God bless her.
Ilya puts her spear through a Kruthic and pins it to the ground. And then it is the Kruthic's turn. And one of them slashes along Bajak's back. And he sort of lurches forward onto a knee for a second with an angry red slash down the back and renting through his shirt.
Ari doesn't like that.
And then it is Shade.
Shade's gonna cast Shatter.
Yes.
I'm sorry, let me interrupt real quick, Casey. Just note, will you let me know if any of these creatures move within 10 feet of me?
Yes, I will.
Okay.
I want to place the center point of it close to the kids, but not close enough to hurt them. Like I want to be clearing space around them.
Okay.
Try to get them accessible while protect them while we're trying to get there. And so I have not cast Shatter before.
This is the new spell from your mark, right?
It is. Do I don't roll a spell
They
attack,
make
right?
a save.
Okay.
which is a Constitution save, I believe.
Yes.
That's cocked.
Casting
Natural
Shatter on
one.
a creature is just
Natural
is
1.
rough.
Excellent.
How big is the area that this affects?
It's a 10-foot radius sphere.
Okay. All right. Roll the damage.
Yeesh.
15.
Yeah, it is like a lightning strike in the room. Like there is a just real loud sound, and you see a you can almost see the shape of the spell in the swarm of Kruthic as they are just, and there is this terrible just. And everywhere the bits, you really don't want to be doing that because I'm not going to make that happen to you. Everywhere that the bits go, there's this
Okay. Appreciate it.
sound.
Awesome.
Oh, they are acid. Yeah.
Good to know.
Yep. Esri, you're up.
Oh.
Esri wonders very briefly if he could breed these. And then
See, this is why Esri needs to work with House Mavis.
and then his entire focus is on Donnabella. He's going to stay within arm's reach of her.
Okay.
Okay, then the other. Yeah, so I'm gonna. No, I need to ask. I already used my mark once. Does that mean I can no longer use it today? I forgot.
No,
what
you
the
can
rules we
use
set
each
was.
of you. Well, you obviously you've got a cantrip ability that you can use as many
Right.
times as you want, and then each of the things that your mark can do can be used once per day without cost.
Okay, so it is actually at will when it's the cantrip.
Yes, the cantrip is
Okay.
at will.
I wasn't sure if that was just
Yeah.
if it was just a cantrip group. All right. So he's going to get near her, find some creatures, reach out, and sort of pull in whatever nasty little creatures he can find in this room and direct them at the creatures and cast infestation. So
Awesome.
I need them to make
Bugs
a
on
Constitution
I know.
Constitution saving throw of 13.
They have rolled a 13.
Okay. So then for my bonus action, I will. Let's see. Can I do this as a bonus action? Wait, where is it? Oh no, it's a reaction. Okay. I will. I guess I'm done. Sorry.
Okay. That's all right.
I am Philip.
Yes.
Cal's turn.
Yes, I'm sorry. I skipped Cal's turn. Yes, you may take Cal's turn. Cal's turn happens after
Okay.
yours.
Okay.
Oh, no! Wait, sorry. Bonus action. I cast Lawrence Olivier. Or Olivier.
There you go. Cool. Nice. That was a good one. Okay.
I like
Cal,
that.
Calumbra's action. So,
He has pounce.
okay.
If the panther moves at least 20 feet straight toward a creature and then hits it with a claw attack on the same turn, that target must succeed on a DC 12 strength saving throw. So I guess I need to attack it first
Yep.
with the claw attack. Cool. Man. I do not think 11 hits.
11, alas, does not hit. So, yeah, Cal pounces in among the Kruthic and begins swiping back and forth. But in the mass, does not seem to be making much of a dent at the moment. All right. And then the last group of Kruthic go.
Are they within 10 feet as they start their turn?
Yes, they would be.
Okay. And as a reaction, I'm going to use my Halo of Spores and deal 1d4 necrotic damage.
Nice.
So 3.
Cool. And they're going to attack Cal for 20. So Cal takes 6 piercing damage as the Kruthic around him sort of swarm up onto him and begin slashing and biting.
Sorry, Philip. They get a con save for that damage I did. 13.
Fail.
Okay.
Then it comes back around to Ari.
Okay. Is is there a pathway where Ari can continue moving towards the Rebel Warren gang, or do I need to continue fighting my way there?
I mean, you can move. So the room is essentially a swarm. So
Yeah.
you are occupying the space of the monster, and thus can move within that
Okay.
space.
So yeah, I mean, Ari's intention is to get with the kids to try and be there with them to help, like, do what he can to protect them.
Okay.
So I would like to do that.
You are able to get in among them. You can hear, amid a whole lot of something that is entirely incomprehensible to you, Ilya's voice, somewhat hollow behind her mask. I told you all this was a very bad idea.
You should have listened to her.
Oh, she's my favorite now, too.
Ari, now being in that position, is going to use Mind Sliver on the ones right in front of him. And actually, is there a cluster getting closer to the woman that's buried? Sorry.
There's a cluster everywhere.
Okay, fair enough. Okay. So yeah, Ari is going to do Mind Sliver on the ones that are encroaching close to the woman that seems to be in a really bad way. So it needs to make a intelligence saving throw.
Natural 12 minus 3.
Noted.
Okay. So they take 1d6 psychic damage.
Not that I can do
That's
anything with
6
that information.
psychic damage. And then Ari kind of shouts, blast those, because presumably there's some kind of visual indicator. They will have to subtract a 1d4 from their next saving throw.
Cool.
I guess I can roll that now. 3. They will have to subtract 3 from their next saving throw.
Okay. A group of Kruthic. As the round begins, Ezri is probably the only one with a good, at this point, sort of view of the room, since he and Donnabella are not quite weighted in the way everyone else has. You can see, especially above, there are more crawling out of openings in the walls up high, and in the ceiling.
Is the woman conscious that's buried up to...
She's struggling. She's trying to get out and screaming, but
Okay.
So yes, she is conscious and trying to get out.
Okay.
Ezri.
Hello.
Yes. How often do you get that? I guess it's a new round, so if you want your reaction, you can take it again as a group of them.
I don't think I
come
get
up
it
towards
back
you.
until my turn, right?
Oh, okay. Then 20 hits you, so take 6 piercing damage as a couple of them rush up and jam their clawed legs at you.
Okay.
And then it is...
Okay. Need to get rid of those temporary hit points anyway.
Then it is Pog's turn.
Okay. So, Pog, still moving towards the woman, is going to cast Green Flame Blade as I pull out Fury's Edge, which is the first time this will have been used. So, to announce why this is a perfect time for right now, I will gain a +1 bonus on attack and damage for this masterwork. The other applicable is that this weapon deals an additional 2d6 damage to creatures of the monstrosity type.
Which these are.
So, seems like the right time to not debate the use of this weapon. So with Green Flame Blade, I'm going to attack whatever it is that's ahead of me.
Awesome. Give me the roll.
Wait, Pog, no, are you worthy of such an attack?
And the blade goes.
Oh, it's a 14. Oh, I get a +1, so 15.
15 just hits their AC.
I think if you used it, it was already added, wasn't it? Or did you actually roll 14 on the die?
But no, I rolled that.
Okay, sorry.
And then the damage before the +1 is a 7, so it'll be an 8 damage.
Okay. And did you roll the extra 2d6?
I did not. There's a 5 and a 2.
Okay.
So 7 is then 8.
Plus, what was the original damage?
The original was 7.
Okay, so 7 plus 7 plus. Okay. So 15.
And with Green Flame Blade,
Oh, yeah.
it is also going to be sending the what is this? It's going to send green fire to a target within 5 feet, which I'm assuming there will be another one within
There's
5
definitely another
feet.
one within 5 feet.
And that one will take fire damage equal to the spellcasting ability modifier.
So Constitution, so 2 more fire damage. Awesome. When you do this, so you swing this axe and just slice right through several of the Kruthic. As you do this, the ichor from inside them splashes, and it hits you, and you feel it sort of along your on your exposed skin, and you take 3 points of acid damage. Okay, then more Kruthic. Go. One is going to attack Shade for 17
Yeah.
and take 6 piercing damage. They're all around you, snapping and stabbing with their legs, which are almost metallic in their hardness. Then Donnabella. Again, bits of rubble just flicking past Esri into the group as Ilya and Kadric and Bajak are all laying about with whatever weapons they have, and Levexi brings the loot smashing down onto a kobold, or onto a Kruthic.
What's the twist?
Yeah. And this
There's this one
sound.
kobold that Levexi's wailing on amongst them.
His head is buried in mud.
I told you I would get you.
Ari.
No.
Well, sorry.
Can I push that roll? Can I?
No.
No, you can't afford to right now.
15.
Yeah. Okay.
Take
I
another
think
6 piercing.
Ari's down.
Okay. You see a group of Kruthic just lunge over onto Ari and bear him to the ground.
Ari says nothing.
I don't believe
okay.
it.
Sorry, I lost my initiative tracker there for a second. It is Shade's turn.
I mean, you presume, yeah, you see Ari go down, but
Yeah. I would definitely like to make my way to the kids, to Ari.
Okay.
Sorry. I would like to cast Cure Wounds on Ari.
Okay.
And you get 10 hit points.
Nice.
Wow.
Ari, your
Thank
eyes pop back open. There are Kruthic on you. Like you are on your hands and knees in shallow water with lizard bugs.
I gotta live different. That's
Clambering
where I
all
was
over you.
heading. I don't like it.
With my bonus action, I would like to shift.
Ah, okay. Cool.
Yes.
I'm going to remember to use my resources.
Yep. And remember,
Our first
Columba
time
can
really
take a turn.
flexing in combat here. I like it.
Yeah, that's what I got. And then
Columba can take. Yep.
So, he will swipe. So, I am not doing Cal any justice here.
Oh,
13.
13 does not hit.
Can Cal push?
No, Cal can't push.
Okay.
All right. Then Esri.
Sorry.
Oh,
To
yes.
clarify, Philip, Ari is with the kids who are with the adult stuck in the mud, right?
Yep.
Are they helping her out of the mud?
They seem to be where that's what they were. It seems like that's what they were trying to do when
Now
everything went wrong,
This one. Okay.
and now they're trying to fight the bugs.
Yeah.
And there's not like an obvious Kruthic with like a crown. We might...
No, there's not an obvious hive queen.
It's not a yeah.
might as well ask.
Yeah.
Does it seem like it's getting any better? Because the last thing you told me was it didn't seem like it was getting better.
It doesn't. It doesn't seem like it's getting better.
Is it clear behind us the way we came?
Yes, there are two clear exits to this room. One is back the way you came, and the other is from where you're standing. The far right corner is also open,
Where's that in relation to the woman?
opposite end of the room.
Perfect. That's exactly what. If you
You
were
were
wondering
hoping.
what I wanted to hear, that was it.
Good. Glad I could oblige.
I will yell, Pug, Shay, get Ari and let's go. And I am going to try to
Maybe the children also. Just a thought.
I'm gonna grab Donnabella,
Oh, well,
And,
that ended well last time you did that.
try to run with her.
Okay. You're gonna
Where
try
are
to
the
pull her
mirrors?
away.
Yes.
Okay. No, gotta get the others. Make a strength check opposed by her. She has rolled a 17.
I've rolled a 6.
She's strong.
So, well, she
I
rolled.
will.
She picks up Esri and body slams him.
I mean, I have a.
Hits him with the doomsday.
Do I have to knock her out again to save her
Seems to
life
be your go-to
again?
for success.
You could attempt that, yes.
Or you could
Oh.
rescue her friends, which would probably get you the same result.
No, obviously I cannot rescue her friends. Been trying. Does that count as my action?
Yes.
I have nothing else I can do then.
All
I
right.
mean, I'm not leaving. I'm not. Yeah.
Sure. Yeah. And then the last group of Kruthic are going to attack Pog.
No. Okay.
Thanks, Eric.
You have resistance to all of their damage. You're the
20.
Presumably at this. I think you're right. It probably was a round thing.
yeah,
Can I
it's
use
gonna
my
be-
reaction, do another hail of
okay.
spores to someone?
Sure.
So con save throw.
Natural one.
Lovely.
I don't think that's gonna land for you, Philip.
2.
Okay. Pog,
Necrotic.
they had a 20 against you. So that's another for you, 3 piercing damage.
Oof.
And that brings us back around to Ari.
Okay. I know that Esri was doing with a vantage point to see like the horrors.
Oh, you
But
have a
is
good
it
vantage
clear-
point now for it. From the ground,
Now that I'm on my back,
looking
yeah.
up, you have a pretty clear view of what's happening.
Okay, so seeing that, Ari realizes the futility. He gets up and scrambles past the kids to the woman, and begins trying to get her out of the situation, and shouts to Shade and Pog, "Look up! This isn't going to end. We need to get them out and go. No more fighting. We just got to run as soon as we get her and them." And what check would you like me to make to try and please? If you,
I don't know how to make it not.
We've been
strength.
friends for 15 years, Philip. Come on, anything but strength.
I don't know how to make it not be
Strength and
man.
wisdom. You keep kicking me in the dump stats. Come on, man.
I don't know how to make this not be strength.
Made so many athletics and perception checks.
I'll let you make a persuasion check earlier.
I know. Okay. Well, we'll just go for it.
She's trying real hard.
Natural 20.
Yeah, let's go. Let's
it's
go.
It's that strength that.
All right, I have tried to make it a policy to not let this happen to more than one person at the same time, but this is just too excellent a moment for it. How does your mark solve this problem?
Ooh.
I mean, I think we just in the last episode had the inklings of telepathy unlock. So I think it's
Telekinesis,
just
yeah.
Telekinesis, yeah. So I think it's just that. I mean, he reaches down and begins trying to help this woman out, and not happening. And eyes begin glowing pink, presumably pain in the top back of his head as the mud.
It's like someone set your hair on fire.
Yeah. The heap itself begins to lift out of the ground and slough away as he's just not realizing in the moment that he's doing that. He thinks, "Oh man, those crunches are working." But no, but yeah, just he picks up the ground around her mentally to pull her out of the ground.
Awesome. Roll a hit die and take that damage.
Oh,
You lifted the woman?
I lifted
pulled
the
her.
woman.
He lifted the whole hill off of her and pulled her out.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So D6. 5. Don't got a whole lot of damage to take, but that's okay.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
then-
So you all see
Run!
Ari just tear this earthen mound apart and pull the woman out of it. And she comes up staggering, but does not need further encouragement to try and get her way out. All right. So, yeah, that's Ari's turn. Some Kruthic get to go. And
Please don't attack Ari.
it's not Ari. One of them attacks Columbra for 17, which I believe hits Columbra. So Columbra takes another 6 points of piercing damage.
Oh, my lord.
I'm pretty sure that Columbra has as many hit points as Pog, so it's not
Correct.
quite as alarming.
It's
Yeah, well,
At least
Pog's
Cal
not
has
looking
more than
great
I
right
have.
now, so.
Yeah. Oh, actually, I just remembered something because of where the position is in my head. Okay, well, that still hits. But, Esri, you have a very good view of everything that's going on here, and you see that the figure that seems to be moving with Pog, that there's more than one. And in this moment, they seem to be sort of stepping out and standing around Pog. And you see them begin to sort of to interfere with the attacks that the Kruthic are making on others around Pog.
Some might call that an aura of sorts.
Indeed. Okay. That's the Kruthik, so it is Pog's turn.
Okay, well, woman is free and is running.
Yep.
So, turning focus, how far to Ari and the kids and Shade?
Let me ask this. Is anyone planning on anything other than running at this point? Assuming that the kids go with you, which...
If the kids are moving, then no. But if the kids are not, then I'm headed to pick them up physically.
Okay. So then we're going to turn
gonna-
this into a skill challenge and stop making it a combat encounter because that's
As
what
long
it's
as
going to
Ari
turn into
doesn't
now.
take damage, he's going to run. If
So-
he takes damage.
You all, as a group, turn and bolt back over the rubble. So we are running. As you begin to run, I guess Esri is towards the front with Donnabella at this point as the group turns. Esri, you hear Ilya shout, "The door to the right!"
Is there a door on the right?
There is, as you run back up the passage.
Great. To the door on the right.
Okay. So I need everyone to going around. I need everyone to make a skill check, and I'm letting you pitch me a skill to help get everyone out.
Got to stretch for the mental gymnastics I'm about
as
to have
you
to
run.
pull off.
So we're going to just start the round over, and we'll go in order. So Ari, you're up first. How does Ari work to get the group out?
I mean, I would love to.
You can burn hit dice to do something with your mark as part of this skill check if you want. That's to all of you, not just.
I don't think throwing fire is going to help too much in hurting. Create
You
a
are being
flame wall.
pursued by a horde of lizard
Yeah,
bugs.
it's just if I roll high on my hit die,
Yeah, I know.
That's gonna knock me out. I
And
mean,
the
Ari's
Vexi's
in the
moving
back.
real slow and might need some encouragement.
Dragging that instrument along.
No, I mean Ari's in the back based on just the order of events of what we had. So Ari looking over his shoulder, seeing the Kruthik, I mean presumably skittering after us, is going to try. I'm going to burn a hit die to try and pull with this like cool new whatever that's happening all of a sudden. Basically pull down a chunk of rubble or something to try and block the path behind.
Awesome.
So
Burn a hit die.
2, thank God. Down to
Yeah.
3 hit points.
It hurts, but yeah, as you pull some of the rubble down, shrinking the passage over the heap of rubble. Awesome. Pog, you're up.
Okay, so where does this put us?
You're running down a passage. Esri is just turning a corner into a door that you haven't seen before.
Okay, but we are all out of the room now.
Everyone's scrambling over the rubble. Everyone's, you're kind of strung out. It's amorphous, so if something you want to do would work best in a particular situation, then you declare it.
I was just curious. I was going to reinforce the blocking with flame if we were still in an
you can
open
totally do that.
area.
I mean, there's still Kruthik clambering over the heap, and you can absolutely do that.
Yeah, then Pog is going, because he was separated from the group, so he'll be kind of coming at it from an angle to rejoin with them. And so Ari's action being over his shoulder in that direction towards Ari and where the group is at. We're just going to do everything we can to engulf as much of the area in just brutal flame as possible.
Awesome. Burn a hit die.
That's a D6,
this
right?
awesome thing where Ari creates this bottleneck as Kruthik are funneled through this narrow passage now, and Pog just turning unleashes another burning hands, and it's a flamethrower straight into the Kruthik as they're leaping out chasing you.
It's going to cost me 3.
Okay. Then it is to Shade. I'm sorry, actually it's to the kids. So as
What's Ilya doing? We really need Ilya. Like,
Yeah, I'm dying to know.
Kadric, Bashat, love you guys.
Does Levexi still have the instrument? That's what's most
Levexi
important.
does still have the instrument, yes.
Okay. Just the neck. That's all that's left.
As one of the Kruthic leaps, flaming through the air, and is hit mid-air by this spinning, spiked object that just drops it, and it sort of skitters, smoldering at your feet, Pog, with a sort of three-sided spiked boomerang sticking out of its carapace.
Can I reach down to grab it as I'm running?
Yes.
This is awesome, and it has to go back to whoever this is.
Yeah,
It needs to be sold back to whoever's.
The Kruthic comes up with it as you go. Then it is Shade. So you guys are rounding the corner into this room. There's a pool. There's still some Kruthic skittering along walls and burrowing out of the walls as you are running. What does Shade and or Columbra do?
Shade is clearing the path. So
Okay.
she uses her mark to cast Thunder Wave, and just
Nice.
there's nothing in the way, hopefully,
Yeah.
anymore.
Yeah, burn a hit die. Coming around into the room, there are, as you are rushing along, there are Kruthic burrowing out of the walls and coming down the walls at you. You activate your mark, throw this wall of force and thunderous energy towards them, and some of them just splatter against the wall. And you can hear and see their ichor sort of hissing and eating its way down the wall. And Esri.
I'm in the lead.
Yeah, you're up with Donnabella, and
All right.
who's running alongside you now. There
Pitch and
is,
mark
as you come into
usage
this room, there's
here.
another door along the right side.
So I'm pitch something here.
Yep.
With the mark, it's kind of wild. I want to use my mark to feel the small living things down here in order to sort of draw a map in my mind of the shape of things.
Ooh,
That
That's
is very
so cool.
here for it.
Yeah, roll a hit die.
Okay. It's gonna cost
Mental
me.
sonar.
Of course it is. 8.
Yeah. So, yeah,
Worth
you reach out, your arms glowing, held out, and you can feel. You feel the things moving, but you also sense something else, and you can feel that in these walls, in these stone walls, buried into the masonry, there are bones and skulls, and you just get this super fast forwarded flash of building this place, and you see elves laying the stones of this enormous monument, and just you immediately know the way out.
Yes. Awesome.
Yeah. So rounding the corner again through the next door, you see in the brief flashes you all run past bodies on the ground, several of them, as well as a number of dead Kruthic in this room. There was clearly some sort of fight, and you can also make out that this was clearly how the other party came in. And racing up a spiraling, switchbacked staircase, you burst out into a street in an entirely different part of Stormreach. In a back alley. And as you come spilling out, a couple of figures standing in the alley turn in surprise. And you see, Esri coming out first, you see a small cluster of people who are clearly Stormhammers standing in the alley waiting, and they look not immediately aggressive, but confused. And who are you? And we'll stop there.
As
not gonna say
can I
that we
just
want
say
help.
before we end, as we all come out into
Yeah.
that, the only thing you hear, the first words since Rage from Pog are, I hate it in there.
And we'll pick up there next time.
Yeah.
Hope you
I
guys
just-
have
I just
enjoyed.
wanna
Yeah.
Point
please.
out real quick. I took no damage from creatures, I think, that entire time. Maybe once.
Wow.
I'm down to 6 hit points. Mostly from just hurting myself in order to do things.
I'm very
As you
pleased with
do.
this system. I'm very pleased with pushing and letting you guys burn hit dice to accomplish cool things. I'm
Yeah, all about it.
very pleased with that system. Yeah. Well, we hope you've enjoyed watching this and enjoying the story. And I can't wait to find out what happens next because this was cool and I don't know what's going to happen, what they're going to do. So, if you'd like to be a part of the conversation, you can comment below. Let us know what you think, how it's going. If we get to 50 comments, Eric will style his hair and facial hair and all of his facial hair, including the eyebrows, like Ari for a session. And we'll get to see Eric done up
So,
in
it's only going to be for
minor
one
cosplay.
session. Just it's going to grow right back.
It
Yeah,
depends
he's
on how
gonna-
quickly we
yeah.
yeah. We record
Instant
afterwards.
regrow. I mean,
It's going to make
let's
his
be honest.
stream
We have
compelling.
we have absolutely no idea how well Eric's eyebrow will grow back.
That's true.
None of us know. Eric's
might be
never cut his
permanent.
eyebrow before. We have no idea what will happen.
That's true.
But I'm here to find out. You can also get in touch with us on all social medias at The Geek Pantheon. We also have a Discord, which you can find the link to down below, along with all of our other social links. You will also find some links to Colin's Twitch and socials, where he is SorryBTR with the O as 0. He streams whenever work allows. So get notified.
It's true.
Go ahead and
It's true.
click the, what do you click on Twitch? I'm
The
not
little heart
Twitch
button
savvy to do this.
on my name.
Little
The
heart
follow
button.
button.
There you go. Yeah. So go follow Colin on Twitch at SorryBTR, and your phone or computer will tell you when he streams. Eric streams on Sunday mornings and Monday and Tuesday nights on Twitch as well at The Geek Pantheon. And I believe that is it. If you have questions or want to hear group reactions to this stuff, post them in the comments down below, and we'll come back to them on our Friday Q&A episodes. Khyber Shards Answers, where I sit down with one or more of the cast, depending on what
Or none.
what's up. Or occasionally none. Yes, that's true.
true.
Occasionally
Sometimes
none.
he doesn't want any of us there. So Philip values his alone time.
Well, you need time to recharge. Anyway, this has been Khyber Shards. I'm Philip.
I'm Eric.
I'm Colin.
I'm RA.
And I'm Casey.
And thanks for rolling with us.
Bye.